welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. I'm a proud mum to 2 adult children, Blossom who doesn't live with us anymore, Corey who does, and I've got 2 dogs, Chip and Dale, who are as usual just round my feet ready to trip me up. My channel is a haul every Saturday. I also put things up during the week, random, maybe 1, 2 different things, you know, might be an extra haul or what I'm doing during the week, just random stuff. I do tend to talk a lot as well, so if that's the sort of thing you enjoy, don't forget to subscribe down below, give me a like if you enjoyed today's video, and a comment, because I do like a comment. So we are actually on a £60 budget, and that covers everything. That's, you know, food, toiletries, medicines, laundry products, it's everything. We tend to be below that most of the time, but it's there if I do need it. I do keep the extras to go towards, you know, when I do a stock up as something else. Actually went out, Blossom took me out. She's just started a new job, so she's got a new shift pattern and she was available. So she actually took me shopping this week, because normally I don't drive, so I do have my little 4-wheeled granny trolley, which I absolutely love. It saved me so much money. So we went down to the industrial estate first. So we went to a lot of shops. We went to Farm Foods first, came out with absolutely nothing. Pricey, I don't go there that often. It's been a long time since I've been to Farm Foods, and I was thinking it was going to be like, you know, Aldi sort of prices. It's not. I would say it's a more expensive place to go. For the items that I wanted, I didn't find anything worth getting, nothing within the budget that I was willing to pay, nothing particularly different down there. So we left the shop, both Blossom left the shop without purchasing anything from Farm Foods. We then had to go to, we went to Iceland warehouse this time, so larger store. It also, see, the warehouse sells a lot of the same products as the smaller one, but in larger size packages. So, you know, you could get double the size package. It's going to be more expensive clearly, but you're getting more of the stuff. So wasn't really going in there for a big stock up or anything. It was just right next door to the shop we was going to, and I thought they might have more things to pick up in there. Got a few little bits. We went there. We then went to Home Bargains looking for something nothing to do with groceries. Did pick up a few bits in there. I will be doing a haul for that one later on in the week, because it's not the food haul. This is food haul today. Then we went so many places. We went into Aldi. It was all on the way back to Asda, so it was like we wasn't going here, there and everywhere. Went into Aldi, picked up a few bits missing in there that I haven't seen for a few weeks, but that's fine. Aldi is more a few things you can't get in Asda that are better priced, and quality's just as good, if not better. And then we ended up in Asda to get our last bits. So I'm actually going to not show you in any particular order. I think we've got Asda. This is just the way it came out the freezer and stuff. So we've got Asda, then we'll do Aldi and Iceland. 41.20 I believe in total it all came to. So still below budget, which is good, as it is most weeks. I went in with a very small list. I did get everything off of my list, so that was good. Obviously picked up some things I didn't need. We'll talk about it as we go along. That's what I do, and I'll give you prices of things as well. I have my trusted receipts this time. I actually managed to remember the set of receipts. I haven't lost them. Normally I can remember most of the prices, but there are a few, you know, because we've got all these fluctuations going on at the moment, still creeping up there, aren't they? So sometimes I can't keep, I'm gonna have to refer to my receipts, but I'm gonna give you prices on everything. And yeah, let's get on with it. Right, fruit and veg bit first. I picked up some bananas, no particular reason, just fancied them, and I know the dog's gonna have bananas, so I'm going to see if they actually like any of them. They don't tend to eat a lot of things when I just hand it to them like raw, because I think they feel like I'm tricking them or something. But I've not tried them with a banana, and one of my dogs now is a total pig, so I'll be interested to see if he takes that from me. I got some lemons. I did actually have, I've been eating wraps and things all week, and I found some hummus in the fridge, in the freezer, and I had some lemons, and oh, it's so good in a wrap. So I wanted to get some more. Now they do a cheaper version of this. They do a 59 pack, or this is the 79 pack. I ended up getting this because the lemons are so much bigger. I really think that you're not saving by going for the cheaper version of things all the time. It's worth looking at the quality sometimes. You know, if things are bigger, then you're saving by doing it that way. 20p more, but I would say there was way more than 20p's worth of lemons in there compared to the other packet. Got another lettuce. I've been really eating quite a lot of salad stuff, like every day, which is weird for me because I tend to just go for, you know, a lot of bread, sandwiches, crisps, crap food. But I've been eating way better this week, so I'm trying to keep it up. I've got a system going, which I think is encouraging me to do it. So we're sticking with that. 55p for this lettuce. They're all pretty decent, I have to say though. So you know Asda are doing, well, I don't know if you know, Asda are doing this brand now, the yellow packet. Lots of controversy this week about it, have you heard? Apparently people are complaining because it's too bright and it shows that, you know, people are poor, basically, which I do not agree with. It just shows you you're budget conscious. I have no issues picking up the orange, the yellow labelled stuff. If it's the quality's good and I'm enjoying it, I'm going to buy it. I don't understand that, but you know, people always got a reason to moan, haven't they? But they do have these. They do have iceberg lettuces with the yellow label. 10p cheaper, but the quality was disgusting. It was really like they were at least half this size for 10p difference. At least half this size, and they were manky. So you do need to still, you know, don't just assume because there's a yellow label and it's like the cheap version, essentials version, that you're actually getting a better deal. It's worth still checking things out. Don't just be fooled. More peppers. As I've mentioned before, I get the slightly more expensive peppers because the size of them is so much better. I am not a fan of the green peppers either, and these never come in the green. You know, don't get a green one in these. You do in the cheaper version. These ones are £1.45. I don't know how much the other ones are. I believe they're probably about £1 now or something. Could be wrong. It's been a while, but these are way more enjoyable. So we're going with that now. And I got some potatoes just to do baked potatoes, things along those lines. I realised I didn't have any potatoes at all. 99p for a 2.5 kilogram bag, so that's really good. You can get loads of different types of meals out of that. And I actually managed to find some spinach this week. So excited. Took me a while because they've moved the spot where they put the spinach and they had other things there, but I managed to find it. Now this was 90p the last time I managed to find it. It was a few weeks ago now, I believe. It's now gone up to £1. But I do enjoy spinach. You can definitely tell the difference when you eat it, or I find I can tell the difference when I eat it. I got a Greek yogurt this week, not entirely sure what for, no particular reason, just thought I fancy it, so I picked one up. This is 95p. Oh, let's just finish the fruit and veg, shall we? So cucumbers are now 55p instead of 45. So the salad stuff is usually just for me. Corey very rarely ever has it. So, you know, this is quite a large cucumber. You can get the half size, but you're not paying half the price. You're paying more than that. So I do find it's worth getting the full size. So if I don't get through it, I pick it, literally slice it and shove it in one of your old jars of pickled onion juices. It literally takes a day to take on the flavours. It's amazing and it's just so tasty. So if ever you're getting to the point where you think, okay, I'm going to have to use it or bin it soon, and you've got some vinegar juice, just go with that, and it prolongs the life as well. Tomatoes completely out this week. I went back to the plum ones. Didn't really enjoy the other ones so much. I mean, they're fine, they're just tomatoes, but these are £1. Now I've got the more expensive chicken thighs. Now I thought this was just me, so I have been buying the one grade down from this, so I guess it would be the essential range. It's £1.94 for 1.1 kilograms, and I've noticed recently that because this is for my dogs, if you're new here, this is for my dogs. I do slow cooker crock pot thingy for them. It lasts like 5-6 days of the week, and then I give them dog food in between, cleaning it all up and getting the next batch going. So I always get the £1.94, and I've noticed once I've cooked it, debone it and take the skin off, there's been so much less left on the chopping board to like ready to put back in the meal, and I thought I was just imagining it, but now have I remembered? I think it was Fatty Bum. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say people's names. If you don't want me to mention your name from comments, you'll have to mention it in your comment. Said the same thing, that she's noticed that as well. There's a lot of bones going on in there. So I thought I'd fill the packets when I went in, and there's hardly any bones in this, like tiny little bits of bone. The other one is full of bone. Ridiculous difference. So you're still getting 1.1 kilograms, but I'm assuming that we're going to just get a lot more meat. This is £2.60, so you're paying 66p more. But like I said, if you're paying for just skin and bones, then it's not a bargain, is it? I will let you know, but I'm sure this is going to be way better, because honestly, if you just feel the difference between the cheaper one and this one, the bone ratio to me is ridiculous. So again, you know, you can't always just go cheap for the sake of going cheap. It's worth checking it out. But thank you for the comment about that as well, because it did confirm it to me, because I wasn't sure if I was imagining things, but it confirmed it to me. Pickled onions, just haven't had any in the cupboard for a little while, and I haven't had these big ones. I do like these big ones. I don't know if anybody else eats them the same way as me, but I do tend to take one layer off at a time and eat them that way, and it takes longer, and it just feels, they're just so good. These have actually gone up to £1.25, so that's a 15p increase since the last time that I bought these. I got a 7-Up for Corey this week. He usually has his 2 Dr. Peppers, but I think he's just bored with it now, and he had a Coke last week, but he actually asked for a 7-Up this week. Actually looked in every shop we went in, because I know he likes the full fat rather than the reduced fat ones, and couldn't get one anywhere. I mean, I'm okay with that, and he's going to drink it anyway. This is actually £1.60, so it's cheaper than getting the Dr. Pepper as well. And I've got a vegetable oil. Now, this is weird. I don't buy vegetable oil that often, because this is the weird bit. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and it doesn't make sense. So I don't really cook with vegetable oil. I have a spray oil that I would use. I was brought up with like everything cooked in thick oil dripping in it. And I guess it's just, you know, when you grow up and you realise you can eat differently, sometimes there's things that you don't like from your childhood, and this was one of them. So vegetable oil, I will only really use this for roast potatoes, and if I have a fry up, I do like a fried slice of bread, which is the weird bit, because it's literally bread soaked in oil, but like that, I do enjoy that. It makes no sense. So I haven't actually bought cooking oil for a long time, and that was £1.55. Now, when I scanned it, it did come up with a little message saying that you're only allowed to purchase 2. Which I think is weird, because that whole oil being low and stuff wasn't. People just freaked out because they heard it, and everyone went nuts and went and bought loads of vegetable oil, and there's always vegetable oil on the shelves. There wasn't for that little bit, but that was literally because people went nuts. So, you know, I don't know if they're just trying to keep that thing going. Who knows? Conspiracy theory, hey. Now I've got bread products this week. Now, you remember last week I didn't buy any bread. I absolutely love my bread. I bought the small wraps and large wraps. I have so enjoyed it. Unbelievable. Like, I have bread all the time. I can't go a day without bread normally. And butter. Oh, did you notice I didn't buy any butter? I have not eaten one item of butter with butter on it and no bread this week. I've only had wraps. It's weird. I feel like I'm a different person. but because I've been having wraps, I've been filling it with salad stuff. So clearly I'm eating better. So I'm trying to stick with it. But I have got a little bit of a fancy for bread. So I thought we'll just get a small loaf. And just one. Corey doesn't really eat bread. And if he does, he's got rolls or whatever in the freezer. So that's fine. So the bread this is 50p for a loaf. The mini wraps, which I enjoyed way more than the larger wraps, that's why I've got the mini ones this time only, and they are 60p. Corey asked for chocolate digestives again, and they still don't have them in Aldi. These are 60p. Actually found these in a shop cheaper, but I didn't pick them up because I thought we'd find them in Aldi. They didn't have this version in Aldi either, so I had to pay full price for this in Asda. That was my mistake. £1.80 for that. So I actually had a list of vegetables to buy for the dog's food, because I didn't realise I was getting pretty low on the frozen vegetables. Came across this and thought, what a good idea. I always buy the packets of individual ones. This is actually 72p for a kilogram of vegetables, and you get peas, carrots, broccoli and cauliflower in it. So I thought that was a really good idea. Saved me getting individual packets of all these things, and then like having a big chunk of my freezer full of just vegetables, whereas I could just get this once, you know, I'll probably get 2 meals out of that, maybe 3. and then just go and buy another one. And I'm not having that huge chunk of my freezer that's literally got the stuff that's got in one bag, if that came out right. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean. I actually saw these the other week, and I thought, do I get them or not? Like, Corey and I don't really go for a lot of potato products, like frozen potato products. I pretty much always have hash browns in. But as you would have seen if you've been here for a while, I haven't bought them for a long time. We don't get through them that much. And I usually make sure there's some sort of chips in the freezer. But I did see these and I thought, yeah, I can imagine what they taste like. That's going to be crispy on the outside and that fluffy potato in the middle. And then, because Blossom with me, she said, oh my God, I found these potatoes and I bought them. They're so good. And she was raving about them. So it's 72p for this bag. 500 grams. Yeah, I'm quite excited to try them. I don't know when I will try them though, because like I said, I don't really go through potato products much. But this is a Blossoms, the cause of this one. So if anybody tries them and they don't like them, you've got to blame Blossom, not me. Another packet of toilet roll. These are £1.90. I've mentioned before. There's actually 6 rolls in there. But before they used to sell 12 rolls. This is the same amount of toilet roll. They've just put 2 rolls onto one container. Really decent toilet roll. I'm not one for those luxury, you know, 3-ply scented stuff. You know, some things I don't believe you need to get luxury for. Others I do, but that isn't one for me. I actually needed some sponges. I was going to pick them up in Home Bargains, but even Abby was laughing at them. They were so small. So normally I would get like 20 sponges in the pound store for £1. But I wasn't going to the pound store and I really desperately needed sponges. So, yeah, they had 10 for 49p, which would have been good, but they were ridiculously small. Now, I buy very specific size ones because I've got small hands. So a lot of them, they're too big for me to be able to maneuver. I'm more comfortable with small ones. And then we found these. I don't think I've bought these. I think I bought once. That's such a long time ago though. But they'll be fine until I do a top up in the pound store. And they are 43p. So it probably works out. They're the right size. They're just not coloured. The other ones are coloured. So if you want a bit of colour in your life, you have to go to the pound store. And that one was all of the Asda. That came to £21.49. We then also went to Aldi, as I've mentioned. And like I said, I'm not doing these in order. And I've just got the receipt because these things I won't remember very well. Sorry about that light. Okay, so I picked up, Corey, always has pizzas. As I've mentioned before, he has ready meals and pizzas a lot because we're just on different shift patterns and he just doesn't put much thought into it. He just shoves whatever he can in the oven. That's pretty much it. So I actually wanted to get the deep pan barbecue one. I don't know if you remember, I bought one a few weeks ago now. But I have been in Aldi twice since then and they haven't had the barbecue one. They do stuffed crust, just not the barbecue. This one is actually 89p. So if I got that in Asda, the equivalent of that in Asda, that would be £1. So little saving there. I got some ready meals just to shove in. You pretty much get the same. When you get like the budget ready meals in any of the stores, they're pretty much the same flavour type things. I got him a spaghetti bolognese just because I haven't bought one for the longest time. A cheese and tomato bake. He had already tried this one and enjoyed it. He's not tried these ones in Aldi. So sweet and sour chicken and rice and a curry and rice, and these are all 75p each. I found these baby cucumbers and I didn't realise at the time. I've seen people have these before. I'm assuming they're going to taste different to normal cucumbers. I've just never had them. Is there a specific way of eating these? Do I just eat them whole or do I cut them up? Anybody let me know? Because like I know it's just a cucumber and I'll eat it however. But if there's a different way that you would eat these ones. I don't know, it sounds silly asking how to eat a cucumber, but they're mini ones. These are 95p. I actually did find these in Asda after. I didn't know because I've never really looked for them and they're £1 in Asda. So still 5p saving on that one. And the dogs did both like the tin dog food. So I was buying the sachets in Aldi now because, as I've mentioned before, I won't buy them in Asda because they keep putting the prices up and it's ridiculous difference. The sachets are 300 grams for 55p. These tins are 400 grams for 59p, so you're only paying 4p more. They only actually had beef in there in the single packets this week. I did get the chicken ones last time and the beef ones. They like both of them equally, but in the packet you can get the lamb as well, which I thought was quite good. This was actually £3.49 for 6 of them, so you're only saving a couple of pennies. I mean, you know, you're still saving. I'm not going to have to buy dog food for quite a while now, so that's the reason I just picked up a larger one whilst I was in there. And then I also found these. They are just sweet drop yellow peppers. I've never seen anything like that before, and I was intrigued. I'm eating a lot of salads and things, and I just want to try it just to see if it tastes any different to a normal pepper. And this packet was actually, it was £1.89 for that, but like I said before, it's only me that's going to eat them anyway. And they do those in the red ones as well, but Blossom and I thought, you know, the yellow ones can make it look prettier on the plate, which is more appealing, so we went with that one. So that was the Aldi shop, and that lot came to £10.22. And we also went in the Iceland, as I mentioned. Now, I do have a bonus card. So this pizza is the stuffed crust. Ooh, let's move this out of the way. It's a barbecue chicken and bacon. It's a cheese-filled stuffed crust pizza topped with barbecue-style sauce, mozzarella, cheese, spicy chicken and bacon. And this is actually £2.50 normally, but if you have a bonus card and you scan it at the till, you get it for £2. If I was going to get a stuffed crust in Asda, it would be £2.15. So, and you don't get a choice of as good a choice of flavours in Asda as well. So again, still saving a few pennies. Actually, I found this was funny. I wasn't looking for these. Found them and they were on the bottom of a shelf. Now, they're just gherkins, but they're already cut. They're like crinkle cut into small slices. I actually had the longer slices this week. And I just, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, yeah, gotta get them. This is actually £1.25, which I don't think is that bad because this is a brand one. They're all pretty much the same. It's just the vinegar that's slightly different, and I like these ones. And I remember when we was in there, Blossom said she could literally hear my mouth watering as I went down to get them. Does anybody else have that? We both agree. Pickles and lemons make your mouth water. Got Corey some chicken nuggets, and they purely, this was purely price. Now, it was £3.90, 392 grams in that for 75p, and it didn't look like it was on a deal price, it was just the price. That's really, really good price for that. So, you know, he doesn't really eat chicken nuggets that much. But if he has a hankering for chicken and we're running out of anything, he has that as a backup. I treated Corey to a cookie dough, didn't ask for it, but I just picked one up anyway. And this was actually £2.50, which isn't bad for these. And I bought this a couple of weeks ago. This is £1 for 6 of them. It's the strawberry milkshake. Again, I bought this for Corey when I was picking up our lollies last time because I know he likes the strawberry milkshake. I haven't tried it because I'm not really a fan of strawberry milkshake. It doesn't appeal to me much. He says it's really, really good, hence the reason why I bought this week. I could have got a freebie. So if you haven't got a club code, it's way worth doing it because I think they're doing it until the end of August. So I could have got a freebie packet of lollies for... it would have been, see, it's different, you get a different freebie different days, but it would have been the Parma Violet lollies, which I'm not a fan of that flavour anymore. I used to be as a kid, but I'm not anymore. And Blossom didn't want any either, so there's no point in getting it, even if it's a freebie. If it's not going to be used, totally pointless. And it's not like you can donate lollies, so yeah, get yourself a bonus card, get yourself down to Iceland, and you'll get some free lollies for the rest of this month. I think they're changing it up different days, different lollies. And I'd actually wanted to buy this El Paso enchilada kit in Asda a few weeks back. It was one of the weeks when Corey was with me because remember we had the scan and go and it was on the shelf and it said it was £2. So we scanned it and it came up at full price, which I'm not willing to pay. It's not worth it. They go down so often, but we saw that there was a reduced thing, so we ended up scanning everything all over the shelves and we couldn't find anything that was reduced, so we couldn't figure it out. But these was the same price. This was £2 in Iceland, so I just picked it up whilst I was there because we do enjoy these enchilada kits now, and you do get 8 wraps, a seasoning mix and a cooking sauce. So if you actually worked out the price of these individually, you'll be paying more than £2 for that. So this is a good deal when you get it anything under £2, because you pretty much always get those 3 items in it. You do need to add your veggies and stuff, but you're going to have that in the freezer or the fridge anyway. So that was Iceland, and that came to £9.50 with my 50p discount on the pizza. So that was our haul this week. A number of different shops. Definitely save money doing it that way. I have not done that whole working out how much we save, but I know I've saved money because I know how much the items would have cost just in Asda, and that's my main shopping source. I hope you enjoyed. I hope the prices have helped people out. Maybe there's something you saw you was thinking of getting and it was more expensive where you go. Fingers crossed, that's why I do it this way. Everything was fine. All the shelves and everything seem to be stocked again, so I guess that whole kids being off school rush is over now and it's leveled out. People have calmed down now. All the shops were stocked with everything you need again, so everything's fine in the shops. Weather is amazingly hot here in England. I think yesterday, officially in the area I'm living, we are being classed as in an official drought right now, which is fun. Temperatures are really high, but we're supposed to be getting rain next week. See, I mentioned this last week about how they keep saying, oh, we're gonna have these major storms, or we're gonna have these massive heat things, and it's gonna be so dramatic. And every day I look at me little app and we're supposed to be having storms next week, and it's going down, and we're not gonna be having storms as bad as they were supposed to be. So yeah, make sure you look after yourself. It's still if you're down sort of one side of England, have you seen the maps? I've seen the maps online where they show the satellite maps of England at the moment. You've got a little bit of green going on one side, and then it's all yellow where it's all dried up down there. Yeah, I'm in that bit. So yeah, weather's very up and down. Make sure you have sun cream if you need it, umbrella, water. All important things to have with you if you're going out for the day. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.